This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
What's up, everybody? I am Travis.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And welcome back to another episode of This Freakin' Show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I'm a little disappointed because I was so excited about a guest we're having today. And I don't know if it's like a Wicked Witch thing where like rain prevents things from happening. I don't know. But we're going to have GCR on tonight. Because he was accurate, I did hear an episode that he mentioned I would hear. Which I assume he knows him. I listen to Geekcast Live.
Oh, yeah. I usually share your thoughts in the chat whenever you have a question or whatever. I'm like, hey, does anybody else remember this? No one ever does.
Yeah, so I know I don't know exactly what we would have had a conversation about when he came on and everything. I know he brought up the idea of DDP yoga.
Yeah,
and Dennis Rodman in WCW. Which I mean, I'm excited to reschedule that and hopefully get him on to talk about that. It'd be cool to have like a conversation about that, but really I want to promote your guys' was it 500th episode coming up in I think July or something like that.
I believe so.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get that rescheduled because I'd love for him to come on. It's been a few years since he's been on here, so it'll be cool to kind of catch up with him, podcasting wise and all that. I mean, obviously I've seen him at family events and shit. But we'll get that rescheduled, and then we'll find time for him to come on. But in the meantime, we're putting this show out. It's been a couple weeks. So real quick, Joe, catch up with you. How you been?
Good. Mostly good. I'm trying to think of what's even happened in the last couple weeks.
Well, I can tell you I'm staring at a big fucking problem right now that I can't fucking deal with.
Is it a bug? Is it a spider?
It's bugs.
Is it a cicada?
No. Dude, I haven't heard any of them yet.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I've heard any, but I've seen them, which is weird.
I haven't seen them either. Nothing. I don't know. Maybe I know they're supposed to be in Illinois. I know like both strands,
Brood 13 and Brood 19 or whatever.
Yeah, they're supposed to be here in Illinois, but I'm not hearing them. I'm not seeing them. There is something I do want to talk about cicada related, but no. Sunday was my birthday, and I went out to my dad's to spend time with him on Sunday. And on my way back home from my dad's, I stopped down. I wanted to get Taco Bell. I was craving tacos. And so I got a few tacos and shit, and I got back to the house, and I came directly upstairs, and I wanted to play the Grand Theft Auto 5M that I started doing online. The whole reason I got a brand new computer and everything is to play this one fucking game. So I get up here and I start playing the game, and I'm just completely ignoring the fucking tacos and shit, and I'm playing the game. And I get to a point where, okay, I'm just going to take a break. You know, it's been about 3 hours. You know, I'm chill now. I'm just going to take a break and eat my food and shit. Shut the game off and everything. And I go to grab my taco, and I go to open it up and everything, and there's this ant walking across the paper. And I'm seeing like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at it and everything. It's just like the one fucking ant. So I'm like, okay, so I kind of fucking move it over and I eat fucking taco and everything. And I got 3 hard shell tacos. I like hard shell tacos. Basic. I don't need to be fancy with shit. And all of a sudden I see a couple more fucking ants. And I'm seeing like, what the fuck are these? And like, did I come back home with like fucking bugs on my food? And I look inside the bag, and there's fucking ants inside the bag. I'm looking at my desk. There's ants on my fucking desk. And I look at the wall, and there's fucking ants on my wall. And I'm seeing, like, where the fuck? And then it dawned on me, like, this was the same fucking problem I had last year. Like, I don't know if you have ant problems at your house. They've been horrible over the course of the last few years, progressively getting worse. I mean, there are times where I'll pull weeds on my yard and fucking all of a sudden the dirt looks like it's fucking moving. But it was shocking and it was disgusting how, like, I sat down, didn't notice fucking anything, and within 3 hours, it looked like a complete fucking infestation. And I was able to go over to, Mom and Carl's Monday morning when we went to do the Memorial Day parade and all that stuff, and they gave me some of these ant kind of things. I don't want to call them traps, but it's basically things filled with sweet water and poison. Basically, they go in and grab some of it, bring it off to their fucking village, and genocide the fuck out of it. Yep. So I got 2 of them over here because it is fucking bad. And they gave me like a pack of 6 and like, oh, just put it out and, wherever you fucking have a problem in your house. It's like, it's just this one wall in my office.
That's wild. That's a weird place.
Yeah. So I put it up on a windowsill and I'm noticing they're no longer on my desk. And, I don't know if you can see this or not, but like this, like all purpose, like cleaner.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's in it, but it kills them. Which I didn't think, all-purpose, all-natural cleaner would kill bugs, but it destroys fucking ants. Like, absolutely fucking kills them. So, like, I sprayed like them on the wall and shit, and like they're fucking dying. And I wiped off my entire desk, and so this all happened Sunday. I put these up on Monday. And now they're all just on the windowsill. And I'm trying to look and see where they're going as far as like, okay, are they going down the wall to like the exit? I think it's behind my fucking windowsill. So I'm not quite sure what the fuck's going on. But yeah, so you'll see me look this way from time to time, but it's because I'm living a personal hell of mine.
Yeah, I feel that. That. We do have, I don't think it's as bad an ant problem as it sounds like you have, but we do have them show up, and we just immediately put out the ant poison, and usually about a week they are gone pretty much for the rest of the year.
Yeah, so, do you spray outside and inside or just outside?
Oh, I just get the little trap things. Yeah, the little raid.
Gotcha.
Whatever. And yeah, the bring the poison back home and they kill themselves thing.
Yeah, I used to get those like little, they're kind of like pods, and you like tuck them underneath like countertops and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't help me up here. So I don't know. Hopefully it fucking works because yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely I don't like it. I think it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. My biggest problem, like, they're not dirty or anything, right? But they don't smell good. They climb all over your food, which is gross. Like, it's just icky, you know?
Well,
and then my cats like to eat them. And also, like, they like to eat my cat's food. And so it's like, well, we can't. This is not cool.
Yeah, I haven't had that. I had that issue last year. I haven't had that issue yet this year. But last year, like, I'd go, like, throw dog food in, like, Cooper's bowl, and they'd be fucking, like, all over it. And, I have, like, this dog bowl stand that his bowls are on.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find ways like, how the fuck can I prevent them from getting up here and everything? And what I tried to do is I tried to cut the bottoms of like some red Solo cups off and put them underneath each leg and pour water inside each of them. So they can't get to the leg to climb up on the thing. And it works up until Cooper licks the water out of the fucking cups and shit. But it hasn't happened now. But as I said, it's just messed up how, you know, all I'm trying to do is enjoy some fucking tacos. And I ate one taco, but then all of a sudden I saw the ants and everything. And I'm looking at these fucking tacos like, I don't know if they're in there or not, but fuck it. So I ate one fucking taco. I threw the rest of them away. I'm like, fuck this. Maybe that's, you know, maybe that's
get tacos.
Exactly right. Like maybe this is my punishment for buying fast food. After I said to myself, once I turn 35, I'm going to stay away from fucking fast food, and so maybe it's my own fucking punishment. I don't know. But yeah, I just absolutely hate fucking ants because it's just it's just like
swarm. The way they swarm, it's just like, you know, just be one at a time, you know? That's not so bad.
Yeah, give me like 3. Don't give me fucking like 50 to 120 fucking ants, you know? It's
yeah.
Like and the fact that like they're crawling on the like it's one thing if these are cockroaches, but they're just tiny fucking little ants that are just all over the fucking place. And it's like, I don't want to fucking kill you, but you're entering my house without permission. So it's just like, you know, it's not like the wasp I had a fist fight with, you know, a couple years back. But, yeah, no, I am fucking poking some of them to death from time to time.
Nice.
But how about you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Let's see. So a couple weeks ago, my leg was killing me. I think I injured it running. Or maybe just overworked it. I don't know. But ended up going to see an orthopedist, and she gave me some exercises to work on it. And honestly, you know what it needed was rest and elevation. So I literally, like, I rested and I elevated it, and it was fine after 2 days. Which is not what I was doing when I was just like, it hurts. I was like, let's stretch it. Let's do these exercises. Let's do this. Let's do that. Nah, I just needed rest and elevation. Yeah,
it's nuts with the human body when in order to fix something, it's either do this or the complete fucking opposite.
Yeah.
Like when I was having back problems, my thought was resting it, heating it, icing it. Turned out what I needed to do was stretch it out. There's no fine mediums. Like you need to do one or the complete exact opposite.
And even weirder with the back, like my lower back has been hurting.
Yeah.
Even though my knee's better, my back has been killing me. So I haven't been able to do much. I haven't done any running since my knee hurt. And since I hurt my knee. And I haven't done. I've done a little bit of DDP yoga, but only instead of doing the program, I've been doing like the knee, what do they call it? Kneehab and lower back, whatever.
Yeah.
Rest and restore or whatever they call it. So I've been doing both of those things, and it just has not helped. And what I suspect is, because it was the thing that was fixing it when my back was hurting from running, I bet that my glutes are just tight. And I bet if I just stretched my glutes, my back would stop hurting. The problem is, like, I don't know how much I can possibly stretch my glutes to make my back stop hurting, because it seems like it only lasts for, like, a couple of hours. And I think part of the problem is like, they tighten back up if you just sit down and do nothing, but like, I've got a desk job. What am I supposed to do?
I could give you a recommendation on something because it's not saying it is, but it is possible you could be having the same issues I'm having, and it's actually not your back at all.
Yeah.
It's your hip flexors.
Oh, I didn't even think about my hip flexors.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are part of what my doctor, the orthopedist wants me to work on.
Yeah. So a lot of the times when I go in and I'm having back issues and back problems, and I used to go to the chiropractor quite a bit, and I might start going to one now. It's really hard to find one that's in my network. I just really like the one I used to go to, but he doesn't take my insurance anymore. It's like it's like Blue Cross or bust with him. So, every time I went, it was always a hip flexor, and it was always him digging his fucking fingers into my hips and everything to like stretch it out and break up and everything. And it sucks. It's like one of the few times I ever actually cussed at a doctor and shit. But he understood. And he is a cool dude. But yeah, it's always, with me, it's always hip flexors. It's never, it's my flexors tightening up and pulling my pelvis out of whack that's causing back problems and shit. So,
I can absolutely see that. Cause like, if I sit just right, no pain. If I stand just right, no pain. But it's when I bend over to pick something up, it's like someone came up and punched me right in the kidneys.
Yeah, it's rough. It 100% is, and yeah, it's weird. I could, if I go and look in a mirror, and like if they're like really bad, and I can kind of tell, like if I go look in a mirror after like laying down or sitting down for X amount of time, you could actually see my body kind of go like this. Because my pelvic is out of place, and he used to tell me, like, if it's ever like that, just put your hand on your hip and just push inward.
Yeah.
And I was like, that just sounds fucking rough. And it is, and you can kind of feel it fucking happening when you're pushing your body kind of back into alignment. It sucks. But yeah. I did it to myself. I mean, I still continue to do it to myself because I'm sitting here 2 days into being 35 years old and still have not done DDP yoga, still fucking eating junk food and everything. Today got better though. Today was better.
Nice.
I did eat a good breakfast as, I made, I had, it was like more like a brunch. I didn't eat in the morning because I wanted to get an eye doctor appointment done. But I had like 4 eggs with 2 slices of white American cheese with mushrooms, green peppers, and onions, and then some low carb toast, low carb wheat toast and shit. So that was kind of like my brunch, and then a couple hours ago for like a dinner, I ate the remainder of the sandwich that Mom made me for my birthday, the Italian sub thing. So
nice.
It probably
sandwich looked good.
It was very good, and it probably should have lasted me 3 days, but I got it done in like 2. And I love the sandwich. I love that she made it Italian style instead of like the regular with like turkey, ham, and all that. But I'm glad I did get rid of it now because it's stuff like that I gotta kind of stay away from. So I want to get that done out of the way as much as possible. But I guess technically starting tomorrow then is where like the actual like healthy eating habits and stuff are gonna start coming together. I did shop. I shopped twice over the course of the last week and a half to make sure I have stuff that I need in order to eat a lot better. And I'm gonna work on that. And I got my weight done and my caloric deficit looked at and the protein intake I need and all that shit. And obviously I got the yoga stuff all set up. I did have to take down the it used to be over there, but there used to be the poster with all the DDP movements on it, but I took it down because I bought a big-ass Freakin Studios banner behind me. So,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'll probably put that maybe over here on this wall next to the dry erase board with all the exercises on it, and I'm going to try to start doing that stuff. So I didn't miss Monday, unfortunately, but I can still do Wednesday and Friday this week and stuff, and actually start getting into DDP yoga and set my new goal and see where I'll be at 36. I have an idea, but I'm going to try to avoid numbers as much as possible. Like I want to talk about, and I will, and we will talk about successes and pitfalls and shit, but I don't want to talk about numbers because I think discussing those gives this perception of like false successes or false failures and shit. And I don't want to sit here and go day by day and saying like, oh shit, I dropped 0.8 pounds today, but goddamn, I fucking gained 1.2 pounds here today. And overall this week, I was expecting to lose fucking 8, but I only lost 3. And so, I know what my starting weight is. Today I weighed myself regardless of the healthy food and shit. And this is my starting point for what I'm hoping, by the time I turn 36 is where I hope to be at. So we'll see on that. I got my water jug. So,
Nice.
yeah. Joe, I want to ask your opinion on something.
Sure.
Well, I got you here. And about a year ago, you remember the Titan?
The Titan?
Titan.
Oh, the sub. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a year ago?
This is coming up. I believe it was in June that it happened.
Wild.
So an Ohio billionaire wants to take a submarine to the Titanic site 1 year after the Ocean Gate implosion. The Titanic records will have visitors once again. Nearly 1 year after the Ocean Gate submersible imploded, billionaire real estate investor Larry Connor and Triton Submarines co-founder Patrick Leahy are developing a new vessel to visit the shipwreck. I want to show people worldwide that while the ocean is extremely powerful, Connor told the Wall Street Journal in an interview on my birthday, it can be wonderful and enjoyable and really kind of life-changing if you go about it the right way. After the harrowing search for the Titan submersible last June captivated the world, which faced a tragic ending when the wreckage indicated none of the 5 passengers aboard had survived the implosion. The personal sub industry took a major hit. This tragedy has a chilling effect on people's interest in these vehicles. Leahy explained it reignited old myths that only a crazy person would dive into one of these things. First off, it's weird to me to think that they're having far more issues with getting to the bottom of an ocean than putting people in fucking space.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of goofy. Because then, it was a Musk or Bezos fucking took people up to fucking space. Isn't that a recent thing?
Bezos. Bezos has done that. Yeah. Musk is working on it. He's doing SpaceX. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys fucking getting to space is no problem, but fucking the challenge getting to fucking water. We had a client, a wonderful man that he recalled of Connor. He called me up and said, you know what we need to do is build a sub that can dive to Titanic level depths repeatedly and safely and demonstrate to the world that you guys could do that and that Titan was a contraption. Okay?
A contraption?
C-O-N-T-R-A-P.
It's just a weird description.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a little bit insulting.
Yeah.
The pair are planning a journey to the Titanic in a 2-person submersible, which they named the Triton 4002 Abyssal Explorer. The vessel, which is listed on the company's website for $20 million, can dive up to 4,000 meters, 200 meters deeper than the Titanic site. Patrick has been thinking about designing this for over a decade, Connor noted, but we didn't have the materials or technology. We couldn't have built this sub 5 years ago. The Ocean Gate implosion, which took the lives of Hamish Harding, Paul Henry Nargile, Shahzada Dawood, and his 19-year-old son, Suman Dawood, as well as company CEO Stockton Rush, rattled the industry. But experts didn't see the company's problem as broader submersible problems. Instead, Leahy took aim at Rush for his experimental design materials such as carbon fiber, which was used in the Titan. We could even convince someone who knew understand the risk, he told the Times in June. It was really quite predatory. So my question for you.
Yeah.
Is it worth the risk to see the wreckage of the Titanic?
No. Personally, no.
Yeah.
I feel that we have enough footage of the wreckage of the Titanic that, like, if you really want to see it, you can watch the footage. Like, I don't understand this need to go. They can't even really see it with their own eyes because the submersible, in order to dive that deep, can't have glass windows, so you can't really see out. I mean, maybe the one that they're going to design or have designed, this new one, maybe it'll have like a ability to do that. But like the Titan sub didn't have windows, so all you're going to be able to see is whatever shows up on a camera anyway. It's just rich people who are like, oh, I have too much money, and instead of helping anyone else, I'm going to go look at the watery grave of like however many souls are left on the Titanic. What is it, like 900 or something?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Titanic was what, in 30s?
I believe so.
40s, something, one of those two. Yeah,
1,500. 1,500 people died.
Still? Oh, but yeah, but not still in the Titanic.
I don't know.
I guess, I don't know, it's weird. I mean, Titanic is one of the, is the conspiracy theory for me that I don't believe. That I believe is actual conspiracy theory. I don't understand it. Like I said, like you can easily send a camera down there. It's like you said, they can't visually look at it. You know, it's not driving through fucking Jurassic Park and seeing a fucking T-Rex right there and shit. You know,
right.
You could drop a camera down there. They can fucking take video of everything. I'm sure you could find some kind of robotic, create some robotic machine that would, I don't know, that's redundant to say, but whatever. That could wander through the Titanic. But like,
yeah, I mean, that's basically what James Cameron did.
Yeah, so it's like, what are you really looking for just to say that you fucking did it? That you dropped down there? Like,
yeah,
it makes no fucking sense to me. Was it 1912? Okay. Wow,
yeah.
we get a lot farther than I thought it would. Yeah, I just thought it was weird. Like, this article came up as I was looking through shit, and I was thinking, like, they're really gonna fucking try this again? Like, I don't even think, like, even if you got down there, it's not like you're taking anything back with you.
Right. Yeah, you can't get out.
Yeah.
You can't look around. It's just going there. It's like tagging it and then coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I want to say it's an exercise in hubris, like just overwhelming pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like bad pride, like sinful pride.
Right.
You know.
Is it similar to like a moon landing thing? Like you're the one to do it?
Yeah, maybe. Right? Maybe, but like to me, with the moon landing, at least, like people could get out and they could like collect. There's moon rocks that they brought back with them, and there's, there's stuff you can learn from going to the moon. It's not. I guess it's fair to say that it's not that there's not stuff we could learn from going on the. Like you were asking about, it is actually easier to go to space than to go underwater because as you go into space, there's less and less pressure. So all you have to do is have something that keeps the pressure inside the cabin consistent. And so you just have to resist the vacuum. And we can do that all day. Yeah. But to resist the pressure from the outside, it's massive, massive pressure as you're going deeper and deeper in the ocean because you have all of the weight of the water above you, plus all of the weight of the air above you, pushing down on you. And it's not just pushing down, it's pushing from every direction except underneath. Mm-hmm. Actually, maybe even a little bit underneath, but mostly from the sides and the top. And so, yeah, it's just, we could learn, maybe the right submersible teaches us how to build something that we could use one day to go explore, like, a moon of Jupiter or something, like, to be able to withstand that much pressure, we could learn something from that, I guess. But overall, like this industry that they've created is all about tourism. It's literally just, it's rich people who want to pay $100,000, $250,000, whatever, to basically ride a roller coaster that is completely closed, moves very slowly, and the only thrill is the possibility that the thing instantly collapses and vaporizes you.
If there's one thing that movies have taught me, at least, if not me, society should have, is that whenever something spectacular happens and the rich people get on board with it, something catastrophic fucking happens.
Yeah. And that's like, I don't necessarily want anybody to die.
No.
That being said, a tiny part of me, a little bit of schadenfreude, the feeling of joy at other people's pain, like, You saw what happened last year. Why are you doing this? If it goes 2 for 2, I hope we don't waste another like $1 billion looking for them. I hope we're just like, the last people were vaporized. These guys probably were too. We're not even going to look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was a weird thing that because I watched it was a brief, I think, I don't know if it was on TV and then it hit YouTube or it was just straight up YouTube, but it was maybe a 20, 30-minute little documentary about the Titan. Yeah. And I get the concept of it imploding. I get that from the pressure and everything. But they can't locate it?
Yeah. I think they managed to find little scraps, and that's it.
So it imploded but came apart.
Yeah. Yeah. So it basically, as I understand it, because it collapses so instantaneously, it basically, it collapses and then also kind of blows itself apart. Kind of at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I like I said, I mean, I've seen enough movies where shit doesn't go right. Again, Jurassic Park's one of them. Jurassic World. Right. I can't remember the movie that I watched, but it involved this big ass spacecraft that was sailing off to another fucking place, and somehow in its travels went through some kind of portal of what I assumed they said was hell or some shit. And everyone started fucking sinning, and the evilness got into fucking people and started making them act evil. And I'm trying to remember who the fuck was in it. There was a big celebrity in it. I can't remember what the hell the movie's called though. I'll have to look it up afterwards. Yeah, it could be a movie you see. I don't watch a lot of space movies, so. And I don't know why I ended up watching this movie. I want to say fucking that one dude was in it. What the fuck is his name?
I don't know.
I can't remember either. It's not important. But yeah, anytime it always has to do with millionaires and shit, let me invest in that. There's always one person saying, hey, you shouldn't fucking do that.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. And I will say, the Titanic submersible or Titan submersible was uniquely bad. It was poorly designed. It used, you really shouldn't use carbon fiber for this kind of thing because it's too stiff and it is prone to just catastrophic failure. It's not designed to be round like that. It's really supposed to be flat panels. Mm-hmm. So there were everything that could have been wrong about the design was wrong. So it does make sense that it imploded like it did. Yeah. That being said, you're taking a massive risk just to prove that this tourism industry is viable. And to me, there were early church fathers who would say things like, if you have 2 loaves of bread and your neighbor has none, you have effectively committed the sin of stealing against your neighbor if you don't give them that bread, right? From a theological perspective.
Yeah.
And so, to me, Jesus is constantly in the Bible telling rich people, sell everything you have, give it to the poor, and come follow me. And, obviously that's good news to the poor because, mm-hmm. their lives are going to be briefly better. What we don't like to realize is that that's also good news for the rich because it prevents them from doing dumb shit like sailing a submersible down as deep as you possibly can until the ship explodes and vaporizes you and your passengers. I have nothing against people having enough to live and be happy and thrive. Yeah. I just think that should be available to everybody. And, the good news of the idea of the kingdom of God here on earth is that everybody has enough. Mm-hmm. And that's good news for poor people because, we need enough. But it's also good news for rich people because it stops them from doing dumb shit. that they don't need to do.
I agree. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure Bezos was all eager beaver to go to space. But what's he going to go to space for? He's not going to put a fucking distribution center on the fucking moon.
Right. Well, and I would even go as far as to say, like, if you look at where scientists say space starts, and this is just funny in part because of the shape of his rocket, but he really just, like, he just got the tip of space. Like, he didn't make it all the way into space. It was really just the tip of space. So I don't know. It's a little embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, good luck to, what are they called? The Triton 4000.
Yeah, please don't die.
Yeah,
you know, we don't.
Stupid fucking name.
Yeah. So I do think, maybe before you go down there, I would like it if you would take the time. What's your name? Larry Connor? Is that his name? Or Connor Lehigh?
There's Lehigh, Patrick Lehigh. And then let's see here, the investors, Larry Connor, and then the co-founder of Triton Submarines, Patrick Leahy or whatever.
Gotcha. So we'll do Larry Connor. Larry Connor, you're a billionaire in Ohio. Before you get on the sub, and I know you're listening, thanks for being a fan of the show. Before you get on the sub, if you could please just change your will. To say like, I just need like $10 million, and I'm going to split half of it with my church. So if you could just leave, to Joe Snedden of Niles, Illinois, $10 million, that'd be great. Just in the event of your death, just in the event of the catastrophic, failure of your mission.
Yeah.
Just hedge my bets on your way down.
I'd love it if you just bought a shit ton of merch and gave it away. Boom.
Yeah.
Over at tpublic.com, Freakin Studios.
Right, wear it down in the sub.
Yeah. Now, see, here's a question for you. Couldn't they just send a sub down by itself?
Well, they could, but I think that would defeat the purpose of their tourism industry. Which I don't understand. I don't understand how it's tourism if you can't see anything.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just like a test run. Like, okay, the first one we're just going to send it down by itself and see how it goes.
Right. Most of these things are basically autonomous anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just dumb. It's really just, I just don't understand it. There's nothing to me that's exciting about it. Like, we don't need to look into the ocean that badly with our own eyes.
No.
I just don't get it.
No, I'm good. Is it too dark down there to see shit?
Yeah.
Like, really? It's like...
Yeah, your lights can kind of see a little bit, but...
Yeah.
It's just silly. I just don't understand it. Like, just whatever billions of dollars, whatever hundreds of millions of dollars you're going to spend on that, give it to us. We'll spend it better than you. I promise.
Yeah.
We're gonna put people to work. We're gonna revitalize a community. We're gonna revitalize a church or three. Like, all these things are good for the flourishing of humanity. Going to the ocean to die is not.
No. It is 100% not. I mean, another billionaire needs to be lost to fucking Titanic.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. No,
it's, dude, it's valid. Like I said, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because it's like, I don't understand the urgency to fucking, and here's the thing, like, maybe it's not to go down to the Titanic. That's just a point of like, hey, we gotta go down to something. What should we go down to? Let's go down to the fucking Titanic. It's like, is that the only thing in this entire fucking world that's underwater that is interesting to go see?
Yeah, there are all kinds of cool shipwrecks out there.
Yeah.
Like, that aren't as deep as the Titanic, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
Work your way up to it.
Yeah, work your way.
Come to the Great Lakes. There's thousands of ships sunk at the bottom of all of them.
Go to Lake Superior. Check out the Edmund Fitzgerald or something.
Right? Yeah.
That's actually, like, as deep as Superior is, that's actually shallow enough you could have windows on your submersible.
Right? Go enjoy that. You could probably free scuba that too. Just go in a fucking, I don't know, what's the deepest somebody has scuba dived? I mean,
record 332 meters, 1,090 feet.
And how deep is how far down is Titanic?
Oh, a lot deeper than that.
12,000. Okay, 12,000 feet. Okay, so maybe you can't fucking. But you know what, Edmund Fitzgerald? It's not that far down. I think you can actually see it.
535 feet. So half of the deepest scuba dive.
Yeah. So it's doable. Go watch the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Go check
it'd be more satisfying. You'd be able to come back and tell people about it. You'd be able to come back.
Right? Take that fucking thing through Lake Michigan and tell people what's fucking down there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation of what's really fucking down there. You're going to find some old wooden ships down there that fucking went missing. For the hell of it, like not too long ago, I looked online of like Great Lakes shipwreckage and shit. And there's so many wooden 1800 ships that no one knows what fucking happened to them. They just vanished. Yeah. Go fucking find them. Go find them. You know, it's fuck the.
It'd be a lot more satisfying. Way more satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand it. It makes no sense.
Spoiler, billionaire. There is no necklace thrown over the fucking edge of the boat.
Right? Yeah. There's no heart of the ocean jewel or whatever.
Yeah, you're not going to find it.
You could make a better one in the lab anyway. Like.
Yeah, you're not going to find a naked drawing. It's just not there. No. Which, how the fuck did that survive?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Pencil. It was fucking pencil. Anyways.
Yeah. It's just weird. It's just weird. I just don't get it. And I think, really, to be honest with you, what I actually think it is that there's so much money in convincing the uber wealthy that an industry is viable.
Yeah.
That, like, honestly, they might get that submersible down there and come back, and they might never make another trip. But just because they proved that they could, they can probably go and get another, 20, 30, 40 billion dollars in like venture capital funding. Yeah. That theoretically the idea is you build a fleet of these submersibles and then you charge them charge other rich people $250,000 a pop to go down. You put 4 people in it. That's $1 million every time. A fleet of 20 of them, that's $20 million. Let's say you could do it once a week. That's $20 million a week. That's $100 million a year with 2 weeks off. Yeah. If everything goes perfectly and everything else and whatever. And then you can always go back and say, okay, well, now we need money to upgrade the fleet and we're going to try and go even deeper this time. And it's basically just it's a kind of scheme that it's not that it couldn't make, it's not a scam, right? Because it will make money if it works. But the idea is to basically just slush the money around the wealthy and just basically trade it. To them, it's the same $20 back and forth that we're all passing around to buy Chipotle. And it's just like, why don't you guys buy us Chipotle? I know you think pores are gross and not people, but it'd be better for you. It'd be better for humanity. I don't know. Drives me nuts.
Fucking find one of those abandoned fucking hotels or motels, convert it into fucking housing for people who are sleeping on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the same people. These are the same people who are constantly complaining about how many homeless there are. And it's like, build them homes. Use that money. Instead of spending $250,000 on a trip in the ocean, spend $250,000, build an apartment building, refurbish an apartment building. There are 6-unit brownstones and graystones in South Chicago that could be rebuilt for $250,000. And you could be making money hand over fist as a rental.
Could you imagine, and I don't know how legal it would be or not, but let's say Bezos decided to build let's say he found like a huge lot.
Yeah.
Big enough to build a distribution center next to some like, some apartments or hotel or motel that got shut down that need to be rehabbed or something. Let's say he bought both.
Yeah.
And he went and said, if you're homeless, you can live here and have a job at this distribution center. And you will get paid, but there will be housing costs and everything applied to it to an extent. So like if to make like, I say like, you come here and you'll make $18 an hour. Well, you're going to make $16 an hour, but you're going to have free housing. Kind of supplement the difference and shit. But it's like you do both. It's a tax write-off for you, but you also know that your fucking employees are right across the street. They could literally walk to fucking work.
Right.
It's like, I think shit like that's doable. I remember I talked to a guy I work with, and he was telling me this idea that his former boss had, and I had the same idea when I worked at the other fucking place, on building, basically taking what our job is, but treating it like it's like firefighters. Like there's a sleeping area, a kitchen area, a hangout living room area, almost basically like an apartment kind of place that guys who are on call, if they choose to, they can stay there. So they don't have to drive all the way back home and all this stuff. It's for like the 6 days. There's beds, just twin-size beds, but there's showers and toilets and there's a kitchen, and basically it's just like a firehouse. And you're here, and when you get a call, hey man, you leave from the office, get in your truck, and you head out to the job. Why couldn't Bezos be like, there's something I could fucking do? Not only am I housing people, but I'm also employing them. And maybe just cut out the whole idea of like, dock and pay. Pay them the full fucking pay. Get the write-off from the fact that it's a charity at that point that you're probably going to be able to fucking write off, and you're getting people out of the fucking cold, out of the fucking like environments and shit.
Right. Well, and like you can charge yourself whatever rent you want at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're just taking money from one pocket and then putting it in the other, and then because you're moving money from your money pocket into your collection pocket, like that is a tax write-off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's nuts.
Yeah.
And like there is, I am nervous about the idea of like a company town situation like they had in like the 1900s with the coal miners and stuff. But like there's I'm sure there are ways to regulate around it or to just be a decent human being around it.
Gary, Indiana was like that.
Oh, I didn't know that, but that doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm. It was, I can't remember what that was, like a steel plant or some kind of plant that was over there. It's not what the only thing, Gary, but a lot of Gary, like the reason it started falling apart was because the plant shut down and people left. There's an abandoned town in Illinois. I can't remember where the hell it's at. It's not that far from here, but there was a plant there, shut down. Everyone fucking moved away. But it's shit like that. It's like that's what he could do. He could easily build a distribution center in Gary, Indiana, and rebuild it. We just talked about Gary, Indiana, like last month or so?
Yep.
And he could just start building it up. Gary, Indiana, sponsored by Amazon. It's like just build it back up and then house your fucking employees right there. I'm sure there's more to it, but it sounds so fucking simple.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about Cook County taxes because you're in fucking Gary, Indiana.
Yep.
You're welcome, Bezos, because I know you're listening.
Yeah, it's just weird. I just don't.
But
I think the answer is that they don't actually care about people. They just care about how much money they can make. And so if they can't figure out how to make that profitable, the answer is no.
Yeah. Yeah, when you could sit there and wonder about, okay, I'm going to go and buy this Bugatti, and you don't have to look at your bank account, you have enough money to make a difference.
Yeah.
That's, it's that fuck you money. No, it's something, GCR said that, the fuck you money. I'm guessing he got it from Dave Chappelle because that's where I got it from. But you have fuck you money.
That or I forget what movie it was, but there was a movie where oh man, what's his name? John Goodman plays a character where he talks about fuck you money.
Really? John Goodman?
Hmm.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe because it's a real fucking thing. People have fuck you money, and that's what I said. Like if I ever had fuck you money, there are things I want to do, but there's also things I think I should be doing. Like obviously I want to do my own business stuff and everything, and
Right.
but there's other stuff we do, meals for people on holidays and shit like that. Like you look at a lot of the content creators out there, people who are doing shit and make it do for others. Like it's probably not. I probably wouldn't be like Mr. Beast, who are giving away cars and shit to people,
Right.
but definitely finding ways to better fucking people. One more thought and then we'll close out. When I was younger, I think like 15, 16 years old, maybe 17, I had his buddy James. We used to be really close friends. Now we aren't anymore, and that's on him. His dad had this idea of building a golf course and putting housing on it for domestic abuse survivors.
Oh, nice.
And hiring them to work the golf course.
All right. So you give them a hand up on their way out of their domestic abuse situation. I like that.
Yeah. So it's basically a way of helping them rebuild their lives. Like them, I mean, obviously back then it was more of a focus on single mothers or, women, because back in 2003, 2004, no one's talking about domestic abuse towards men. So in this conversation, keep in mind it's 2004, but it was all about women who left their husbands and needed to get away.
Sure.
It was also a big golfer. That's why he really wanted this golf course. But it's developing a foundation and giving housing to women who really need it. And if they needed a job, they could work the golf course. They could work the clubhouse. They could work on the greens. Be cart caddies, all this other stuff. But the housing is already there. It's all already included, and then you pay them an hourly wage and everything. But they're able to live there. They live on the property. It's gated. It's protected. It's guarded because it's still, in a sense, a golf course. Word. It just has the housing with it. And it was quite idea. I guess he actually wrote a letter to, I don't want to give any names out, but a very famous talk show host from Chicago back in the day, who gave away a lot of shit that were underneath people's fucking chairs, and never heard back. But he was telling me, he's like, if I ever had a chance to do it, I would love to do it. And I told him, like, if you ever want to do it, let's fucking do it. I think that's a great idea, and I'd love to be fucking involved with that. So if I ever had fuck you money, that's probably something I want to look at doing. I mean, I don't know if it has to be a golf course, but definitely be housing and stuff for people who definitely need it. People who, like recovering drug addicts, alcoholics, domestic violence survivors, homeless people, like, veterans, whatever it is. I want housing. I think that's what people want the most who are in those situations, a safe place that's inside that they could sleep comfortably, that they don't have to fucking worry and fear about shit. I think that's
there are so many shelters for it's usually women, right? So there are women's shelters where you might escape, but you can't bring your kids because they don't let you bring your kids, or you can bring your kids, but only if they're girls because they don't let boys into the shelter. And and I can understand why they would have these policies, but the problem is that that little boy might be getting beat too.
Yeah.
And so what are you supposed to do? He can't go to his own shelter. He's going to get abused there probably. Yeah, and you can't, and I think that's a lot of times why women don't leave those situations, because they don't want to leave the kids. Yep. Because
if a wife's being abused, there's a good chance that a child's being abused. And even though it'd be the best thing for her to fucking leave, she can't leave her fucking kids. Because then in her mind it's selfish. You know, it's like I don't get to leave and they're stuck here with this situation. That's why I think there needs to be housing for families and shit like that, you know?
Yep.
And again, like if this ever becomes a thing, which, you know, by the grace of God, maybe one day, you know, God will bless me with fuck you money to do something like this. Those are the logistics that can be worked out. You know, like if you get several buildings, like, men, women, families, you know, shit like that separated, but they're all apartments, you know, they're not like enclosed areas. Like I'm putting four people together in this one. It's like, it is, even if it's just studio apartments, just to fucking get them started. It's something that they can put themselves behind locked doors, that they are safe and they can go to bed at night knowing that there's nobody there that's going to harm them or fuck their lives up any more than what has already. And then you just start building the life back up. And that's when you can go out into the community and start, you know, and you can work with other fucking businesses. Like, hey, listen, I got this single mom who just left her fucking husband. You know, she needs a fucking job, you know, and you can work. It's like, you know, okay, you know, maybe you're looking for somebody. And then you provide daycare, you know, because daycare is fucking ridiculous too. When you got moms and wives and shit who are like, well, I could keep my job and give all my money to daycare, or I could quit my job and not worry about paying daycare because daycare costs $2,000-$3,000 a fucking month. Ridiculous. Yeah. I think a daycare thing would be cool. Again, this is all the fuck you money ambitions and everything, but I think it's something that's definitely needed, is the housing stuff, and Bezos can fucking do it. Go out there and rebuild fucking Gary, Indiana. Hell, call it Amazon, Indiana. Who gives a shit? Right. Call it Bezos land. I don't give a fuck. It's all right there for you. Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
Two things. One, I'm going to a wedding this weekend for one of my oldest friends, so I'm really excited about that. And the other thing I'm thinking about is you didn't ask me what I was freaking drinking. And that's okay.
What were you freaking drinking?
Well, I was freaking drinking. I found a recipe on there's a YouTube channel called Townsend's and Sons, where the guy does 18th century cooking recipes, basically. He dresses like he's in the 18th century. He has a little kitchen that's like an 18th century kitchen. Anyway, he has a beer. He calls it the working man's beer. And it brews up in like a day because it's not meant to last more than a week.
Well, what is it?
What's that? Oh, it's what I was drinking.
I know, but
it's literally so the if you were making it in the 18th century, you'd use like 30 gallons of water or whatever. For my recipe on the stove, it was a gallon of water, cup of molasses, tablespoon of ginger. And you heat it to like 200 degrees to sterilize it. And then you just put it in a container with some yeast, some beer yeast, and leave it overnight. And the next day it's basically ready to go. So that's what I did. I did it. I bottled it the next day. And, for the bottles that I wanted to, I left one uncarbonated because there's just like, you know, it doesn't have enough time for the yeast to do anything more than like 1% ABV. It's almost apple juice, only molasses. It's almost molasses juice, which sounds gross when you say it like that. But, yeah, it's a really refreshing light drink, kind of sweet, but not too sweet.
When you say molasses juice, I usually just think syrup.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so the only reason it's beer is because of the beer yeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
it's also because in the 18th century they didn't have as strict a rule for what was and wasn't called beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing that, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're drinking a beer that you made yesterday. But okay, that makes more sense. Awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. It was a cool little project. I have too much of it. And actually, the reason I was late to the recording was that so if you want a carbonated one, you just take and you put a couple of raisins at the bottom of one of the bottles and then fill it up. and then let it sit. Instead of putting it in the fridge, you keep it in like the closet. And one of them had been fermenting with those raisins, and when I opened it, 3/4 of the bottle shot out the top because it was just that fermented. There was just that much carbonation built up, so I had to clean that up. So
you're gonna try doing it again?
I don't think I would do. I would do this recipe again, but I think my next one is going to be a different recipe from him. It's called spruce beer, and it's a very similar recipe, but it also has a little bit of spruce essence from a black spruce tree, and instead of molasses, it uses maple syrup.
Gotcha.
So I think that would taste better to my tastes. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, but
nice.
Not right away. What about you? What are you freaking thinking about?
Well, I am freaking drinking just water. So just.
I didn't ask you either. Sorry, you mentioned specifically you were drinking water, so I didn't.
It's just straight up water. Honestly, I just been really focused on playing this Academy role playing 5M Grand Theft Auto. I got into it. I took the mentorship program. It's like a 1-hour course you have to take on Discord. I think I did that on like Wednesday or Tuesday. And then like Thursday I kind of went in, and I've been in there every day since Thursday. About, like maybe 2 hours here or 3 hours here and stuff like that. Like nothing too lengthy. Just trying to get the idea of how the game works. And I'll tell you right now, learning how to play online PC games is a fucking headache. A lot of respect to those out there who are doing it, because I'm getting better at it, but I'm using an actual controller, not the keyboard and stuff.
Yeah.
But like
that's
learning
make
like
it a lot easier.
100%. If I didn't have a controller, if they were to tell me like in order to play this game you have to do it on the keyboard, you can't use a controller, I never would have done it. Because there's just way too many buttons on like okay, so like A, W, D, X are like one thing, but then C and Z are another, and if you want to do this, you gotta press Y and press the tab over it. No, like I know some of the key binds I need. The rest of it's just done on the controller. So I'm learning how to do it, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I'm enjoying my vacation and getting all my doctor's appointments set up and all those scheduled. I bought a brand new pair of glasses today for the first time.
Nice.
First time in 14 years. I bought glasses. So
very nice.
Yeah. After I did the refi and everything, I realized that I finally got the money to do some of the medical shit that I've never done. And one of the things is buying glasses and contacts. So, so I ordered a pair of glasses, and those should be in a couple weeks. I'm test driving my new prescriptions to see how they go, and I'll probably order some contacts and stuff on next day or so. I got my physical at my doctor. I'm hoping to have a brand new primary physician, or whatever that's called. Just because I haven't had one in years. I've always just been going to urgent cares and shit.
Right.
And Cooper's Vets tomorrow. So definitely taking advantage of my vacation, trying to get more shit done. And I'm in my free time, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto and having a fun time, meeting a lot of people and learning to do shit. I realized I've spent too much time betting on horses and smoking weed. So nice. I gotta stop doing that. And people can just like, because there's this store called the White Widow that you go to and you can buy it's a dispensary kind of place.
Yeah.
And you can either buy the marijuana, you can buy pre-rolls, or you can buy gummies. And obviously, your stress builds up in the game, and you have to lower your stress. Right. And they're like, if you buy the gummies, these Skittles, they call them, they're $220 per gummy. Oh. And, the money and stuff inside the job in this thing it's weird and ridiculous at the same time. Like, I had to buy a motorcycle, and the median price for a motorcycle was $30,000. When you start out you start out with $5,000 cash and $50,000 in the bank. You get an apartment. There's really no apartment rent and everything, but you do get a vehicle. You have to get registration. You have to get a driver's license. You have to get insurance. And you have to pay for all that shit. And I could have gotten a dirt bike for $10,000, but I ended up just getting like a mid motorcycle for $30,000. The cheapest car was like $32,000. I was like, well, I just need the bike for right now.
Right.
And which to me that seems like a normal price, $30,000. Insurance is like $100-something a month. That seems normal to me. But then when I go and do jobs to make money, I go down to a dock and move a pallet from one place into a truck. Takes all like 3-4 minutes to do total, maybe 3, and I make $290.
Nice.
So I go down there for like an hour or so, or not even that, like, maybe about a half hour, 45 minutes and shit, and I'd make about $10,000. So that's unrealistic. But then when you look at the idea, like, oh, I want to buy a burger meal with a burger, an apple pie, and a drink. Okay, well, it's $75. So there's weird prices on things, and I'm more of a I think because I'm a cigarette person. I went to a store in there and I bought smokes, and I went to the White Widow and I was like, well, I'm gonna buy some fucking weed. Who gives a shit? So I'm buying the pre-rolls and everything. Like, well, if you're really looking for stress relief, you should really get the gummies. And I'm like, dude, you see that bike out there? That don't scream gummies. Give me the pre-rolls. For the hell of it, I did get some of the gummies too. Gummies are fucking stress relief, fucking to the max. So I did get a couple of those, but usually like I'll just sit there and smoke a rolled up J, if you will.
Nice.
But yeah, no, a lot of horse gambling and drugs. So, but yeah, so it is a lot of fun. So I'm having a good time doing it. And yeah, I've just been enjoying the last few days. I'm still on vacation until Monday, and I know Monday's going to be hell. Monday and Tuesday are definitely going to be the days that suck this coming week when I get back to work, but it is what it is. But until then, I'm just going to enjoy what I can do. So,
Nice.
Yeah. Hopefully we could get GCR rescheduled. If anything, I'd like to get him on here so I can talk to both of you about your 500th episode. So hopefully we get that rescheduled for a later date.
Gotcha.
But once everyone where they can find you and GCR.
Yeah, if you want to find us, we're over at the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Perfect. Guys, if you want to watch the podcast, make sure you head over to YouTube and search Freaknet Studios. It's where our video podcasts are released, as well as all the other videos that me and Cartoon Joe do. If you want to listen to the podcast, you can do that as well on either iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. Just search This Freaking Show. We'll pop up. Subscribe to us. Hit any notification bell you need to. And rate and review us while you're there. Why the fuck not? And also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter just by searching This Freaking Show. Guys, that's all I got. As always, I am Travis C.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freaking Show. I'm out.